Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 19th of October 2021 and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, our topic today is how would you like your wedding to be? Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Okay, so for this topic, we should talk about weddings. And yeah, yesterday I had the chance to go out with my girlfriends, and then uh, yeah, also I had the chance to talk a little bit with her about wedding, and then to ask some opinion from her. Yeah, and then yeah, so I think for our weddings, we plan to have a buffet, and then which is actually in my house and not in the restaurant. Yeah, and then for this buffet, we basically just outsource to to some company which has this kind of catering service, and then they will basically prepare something like the foods and also the drinks and also tables, all that of things. Yeah, and then yeah, also for me, maybe uh, I need to do a little bit about decorations. Yeah, and then yeah, maybe I also need to like uh, outsource some uh, mobile toilet. Yeah, because in my house, I think on that day, uh, we um, yeah, we wouldn't like the guest to like uh, go in and out of our house, and then we just want to uh, have the have the buffet outside our house. So I think yeah, maybe this is a choice, and I would consider. And then on the buffet, I think we will have some foods which is ready to eat. Yeah, and then they just have to go and take. And some others maybe we will prepare like uh, uncooked foods, which is for the barbecue. Yeah, and then we also plan to uh, have this buffet, of course, at night, maybe in the afternoon, like starting from 7 or 6, yeah, something like that. And then, uh, so this is for the buffet part. Yeah, and then also, uh, yeah, for this one, oh, even though I didn't, I don't plan to have a something like a wedding banquet in the restaurants, but yeah, we will have a wedding banquet, which is go to the restaurant and eat, and in my girlfriend's hometown, yeah, this is what she asked for and request for. So yeah, I think yeah, this is not difficult, and we can make it. And this is just for some relatives of her in the hometown, and she's not going to invite something like friends or other friends or relatives, uh, which is not live in the hometown. Yeah, so it's just a very small one, and then it won't cost a lot. And then according to her, and she said that her sister also did that, and then like 2 or 3 years ago, and it won't cost more than like one more than 400. Yeah, so yeah, so this is basically for the wedding part, and then also, yeah, in our weddings, even though we won't have to buy the wedding suit and then the wedding gown, something like that, and then but we will have to look for some shops which they provide the services like taking photographs, which they are something like the specialist. Yeah, and then we will rent the wedding suit, wedding gown, and then take some photos. Yeah, so that's it. Yep. So yeah, I think for weddings it shouldn't be kind of a burden, and then it also should be affordable, just like you make any other decisions like buying house, buying cars. Yeah, it need to be affordable. Even though we say that in Chinese culture, weddings and funeral uh, are the something like the most important events in our life, but I think it also need to be affordable. Yeah, also, this is an old topic. I remember that in the past we also came across some news. They try to calculate the cost of wedding in Malaysia, and it ends up like many people have to spend like more than 10K, 20K, or even for some people in maybe in the town, in the city, Kuala Lumpur, they have something like a budget of more than 100K. Yeah, so I think yeah, if you can afford it, yeah, that won't be a problem. That is a choice. But for me, I would yeah, I think I would make it affordable. Yeah, this is one of the uh, major considerations. Yep. So yeah, this is quite simple for my wedding.
We do you like trick your relative and then ask your friends to have something like the dinner in the hotel?
Hotel, no, yeah,
Yeah.
but for my girlfriends in the hometown, yes, but not for friends. That is just for some relatives that live in the hometown.
Yeah. So
Mm.
so no need
Yeah, no need.
in hometown, and how about uh in the place uh in
You
the place
mean
you live? Yeah.
uh, also no need for going to the restaurant in the hotel, but uh, just a buffet. Buffet, I and my girlfriends, we will invite some of our friends also.
Yeah. And they'll save a lot of cost.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, for my wedding, actually, I want as simple as possible. And yeah, so actually, I have no idea about the wedding.
Mm.
And if you let me choose whether I want to have wedding or not, I will say I don't want. Yeah.
Mm.
And I think wedding is just for women. And for men, it is something like you need to you need to you need to broadcast you marry this woman.
Mm.
Okay, and then you need to tell everybody, you need to broadcast this news so that you invite your friends, you invite the family, and you need to say something on the wedding, and to kind of like uh yeah, to make your attitude look like you really love the girls, and you want to marry her, you want to be with her together for the remaining life. Yeah. And this is just my opinion. Okay, for
Mm.
men's uh the, yeah, for men's it actually doesn't make sense. Hmm.
Mm.
And for girls, yeah, girls would like you to spend the money, just like they want you to buy the wedding ring. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The wedding ring is not that very expensive. Just now I did some research. Actually, you can like spend maybe 5,000 to 8,000, and then you can get uh one set of wedding ring, one
Mm.
set of two wedding ring.
Yeah.
So for girl and for women and for men, and another is the engage the engage engagement rings, or we
Mm.
call the proposed ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is not that very expensive. Yeah, but I'm not sure what is the current market rate. Yeah, maybe it could be maybe the price can be higher.
Mm.
Yeah, because inflation rate is actually uh yeah, increase a lot, and maybe you won't feel the inflation rate during your daily life. Maybe you just feel slightly, but some of those luxury goods and one times purchase in your
Mm.
life will be very very expensive. Will
Yeah.
become very very expensive. Yeah. And just like the decorations, mm, just like the renovations. And I
Mm.
remember few months ago, and uh, my mother actually want to ask the quotations about the renovations of our new house,
Mm.
uh, and the and the and the contractor the contractor is too busy, and is also in the COVID-19 periods. And now my mother actually asked the same contractor again, and he say he's very busy.
Mm.
He has a lot of project, and now he got like 19, yeah, 19 uh 19 house
Oh, in the queue.
it, yeah, in the queue, yeah, and needed to be renovated. Yeah,
Wow.
and he also say the price will increase uh 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 based on based on his talking. His uh he say something like the price have 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 up down. Yeah, yeah, the price have some up downs. So
Mm.
but if the people say like this, the price have up down, and you only know, yeah, oh, I know what you want to what you what you are trying to say. You say the price uh is but is is kind of like more expensive.
Mm.
Yeah, the cost is more
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah, not possible to reduce. Yeah, you say up down, but only up actually. So
Mm.
but I didn't, but I still didn't get the quotation. But it made me think. It made me feel that actually the inflation is really comes really fast to us, and those those things we seldom use. Maybe we will use, or we will buy uh in our only one time in our whole life. The price can increase a lot. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I also did some research about like wedding how much money,
Mm.
and uh if you can save the cost that you that you uh held the event in the hotel on the wedding day,
Yeah.
and it can save really a lot of money. Yeah, it can save like uh but it depends. For some people it may be like uh 20K to 30K. Some
Mm.
can go to like 40K to 50K, because uh yeah, it is really a high cost event. Mm.
Mm.
You not only need to like uh rent the venue, you also need to uh buy the food.
Yeah.
You
How many
also need to,
tables?
yeah, how many tables, and also how about the light band? How about the
Mm.
host?
Yep.
How about the video and also like the picture on the screen? And how about the cake?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it would be very, very expensive actually.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, just go back to me. I have no just repeat. I have no idea about the wedding. Yeah.
Mm. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. How
And
about some opinions from your girlfriend's side?
I didn't ask her. Yeah, because this kind of thing you don't you ask a girl will answer the uh will answer what she wants.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah. Girl will answer what she wants. So that means girl will answer what you need to do. Mm. Yeah. And uh actually I also not sure. Maybe you ask your girlfriends. Uh, she say we can do like this, but how about when the days really comes, when you really need to uh uh really need when you really need to marry her, and will she say the same thing?
Mm.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. And yeah. And if we talk about the budget, if you talk about budget, let's
Yeah.
say the cheapest cost I found in my research is like 20K, but I'm not sure how many years ago the cost he or she stated. Yeah,
Mm.
20K. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you talk about average could be like for 40K, 50K. And some article actually says you need like around 100K,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure uh, what is the real cost. So if we use like around 40K to like 50K, or 40 to 60K, and let's say we take an we take uh, a median amount, which is 50K. Yeah, how many months or how many years you need to save? This is save, this is not earn. How many months or year you need to save 50K?
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. So this is a question to you.
Mm.
So, and if ask you another question, how many times or how many years of your life you need to sacrifice for one wedding?
Mm.
Hmm. Maybe
Yeah.
1 year, 2 years. Let's say you can live up to 100 years, live up to 90 years. You need to spend 1 or 2 years to to, to prepare the wedding. I mean to prepare the money for wedding.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is my opinions, but maybe in future we probably uh if we get married, if we want to form a family, if we want to like uh marry the girls, and probably you also still need to tell a wedding event. Yeah. Just about the cost, you maybe you try to save some cost. Yeah.
Mm.
So this is kind of like a must spend expenses. Yeah, if you
Mm.
decided to marry. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the good news from holding uh, something like the wedding banquet is yeah, even though it could be like expensive, right? But we can cover some of the costs from the red packet we receive, right, on the day uh, on the dinner day.
Yeah, and but try to think another way around. They give you the money. Would you need to go to their wedding event in future?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, you just think about the receipt part. You didn't think about the future's expenses part.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and maybe your expenses is more than that. You know. Mm,
Mm. Yep.
yeah, and one of our friends actually get married
Mm. Yep.
last year, right? Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and I guess he don't really spend a lot of money. First of the reason is this is in the COVID-19 periods. Yeah, so
Mm.
cannot have the event in hotel, and yeah, just do a very simple wedding.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, and another reason is uh yeah, because I heard from other friends, which is actually at that time her girlfriends already get pregnant.
Mm.
So
Yep.
they need to get married.
Mm.
So it'll be it'll be rushing. So you really don't have much time to prepare for the wedding. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at here we can actually found that if you want to save the wedding cost, you make your girlfriend pregnant first
Yeah,
before.
but the cost for the children, raising the children is a much bigger problem, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this is also another cost. Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, it is like burning the candle from the other end.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. That's my shame for today.
Yeah, also I read from the article, actually a few articles, which is some local article. Yeah, they mentioned that actually for wedding, if you want to make it big, if you want to make it like um, very very different, very big, and then you can actually spend up all your savings, something like that. Um, but if you want to make it a really, really budget one, you can actually make it very little cost. For example, some people maybe they just both of the the man and the woman side, they decided just to like have the so-called the official one, the official registration to get married, and then that won't cost like more than it won't be more than 1,000. Yeah, it's just a few hundred, and then you can do anything, everything. Yeah, and then
About about the registration, I think the cost is less than 500.
mm,
That means you go to the government department and get the registration.
yeah.
The expenses won't be more than 500 based on my
Mm.
research.
Yeah, so you can see that yeah, maybe you still need a ring. Yeah, it depends. But the price range from really getting married and then uh, yeah, to maybe to you want to add in some other activities like uh, the restaurant in the hotel. Yeah, you can see the price range actually from a few hundred to maybe more than 100K. Yeah, so this is also something we need to
You
like
talk about the
reflect.
ring? Are you
So,
talking about the wedding ring?
no, no, I mean the whole process of getting married.
Five
Yeah,
500? 500
yeah,
ring?
it 500. Yeah, 500 is just has got the registration and
Oh,
not having the something like the wedding
mm,
day. Yeah, no wedding days. So uh, uh, the price range is really a huge difference, and yeah, also in the article it says that yeah, maybe you need to really think and reflect what is the things that you want, because the wedding can really spend up all your savings.
mm.
Yeah.
And also, uh, okay, if you ask a man whether he would like to save the money and then uh still keep the money in the investment, and the man will say yes. And if you ask the girl, yeah, even though the girl know about money management, she also did investments. He also he also is a great investor. But if you ask her whether you would like to save the money and don't make the don't spend too much on the wedding, and girl normally will say yeah, uh at least we need to like have these expenses, that expensive, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and yeah, and also uh yeah, because really girls need the event. Girls need the event to like uh to to let to let
Ceremony.
her to let this is the first, and the second is the girl need to have the event to let herself know you really put in the money, and then you really quote unquote make an investment, so you less likely uh will make something like the uh uh 反悔. Okay, let me
Mm.
check the okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like because you spend a lot of money,
Yeah.
and then it costs you a lot of time, and then you signal yourself, you marry this girl, you say something on the wedding day, and you less likely will go back. Yeah. So yeah, although it's a very bullshit, it is not rational, because it's all of that is sunk cost. Yeah,
Mm.
and even though you want to go back to single life, you can't get back all the money. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, but I cannot say sometimes, but most of the time, human is irrational. Yeah, and if you want to say, it's not considering the sunk cost is really a good decision if all of the people are considering the sunk cost. If let's say if the sunk cost, uh yeah, yeah, you have spent the cost, you have spent the money, and the cost convert into the mental cost in your mind.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, so the mental cost can still affect your decision making.
Yeah. Yep.
So you say you don't want to, you say you don't want to consider the sunk cost, you want to ignore the sunk cost, but you still have the mental cost in your mind. How can you really uh avoid and really like taken out the effect, the impact of the sunk cost?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And human is not I mean woman is not stupid. Yeah, even though uh the decision make is uh like not rational, but actually is very very rational. Yeah, it is, we call it is uh uh yeah, that their decision making may seem illogical. Yeah, illogical, but it's actually psychological. Yeah,
Mm.
psychological. So some of the women, they don't care about this, and then they get hurt. And so it actually slowly revolt that most of the women will do that, in order to
Mm.
like, kind of like protect themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like one another example, for example, the wedding ring. Yeah, how much value about the wedding ring if you want to sell second hand? Yeah, not much value.
Mm.
Mm, yeah.
Yep.
Mm. And for men's, I think for men, you need to know that this is something like if you want to cheat this is just my opinion. If you want to cheat yourself, it's okay. But for me, I don't think this is like kind of like can give you a very good memory. Uh, me, it, it can give you a very good memory, like the memorable events. Yeah. I actually don't think so.
Mm. Yeah.
And this is on the wedding day, many people will say like kind of like yeah, hope you guys can live together, and like hope you guys last forever. And you need to, and also when you stand on the stage, you need to say something like, yeah, I love this girl, and I want to be with her uh together forever, no matter what happens. Yeah, and I want to experience the life with her, no matter we are in fortunes, or we are in like disease. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, I mean, whether we are in fortune or whether we are in torture. So
Mm.
you need to say something to let everybody uh hear, yeah, hear your voice. But is this is it true? It's not true. This is just a saying. This is just a standard.
Mm.
Yeah, you
Yep.
just say something like that. But how about in future? You can't ensure that. You can't ensure you can fulfill the promise.
Mm.
If you can't ensure you can keep the promise, why you want to say something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why how come you why why you cannot be honest? I really don't know. I really don't know whether in future we will like break up, we will like have a divorce or something like that. I really not sure. Yeah. Uh, but this is a girl I want to marry with, and based on based on my current understanding and based on my current feeling, I want to be with her together forever. Yeah, but I really not sure what will happen in future. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm, so so I'm not sure whether you get what I'm trying to say. This is a ceremony, right? This is a ceremony, but it's a ceremony to cheat everyone, including yourself. So
Mm.
what's the point to have the ceremony?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. And I think this is also something like a culture, and many people just follow and didn't ask why.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have anything on to add?
No.
Okay, so that's all for today's conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocal mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.